In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Pelikan Stola III fountain pen. I'll go over the specs, I'll do a writing sample, and I'll tell you what I like and don't like about this pen coming up. Blake here with Blake's Broadcast. On this channel, I review fountain pens, paper, and ink, and as always, I put links in the show notes in the description below. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, it really helps out my channel. Alright, let's get on with the review. This is the Pelikan Stola III fountain pen. This is a pen that is pretty new to me, at least the model is. I've had this pen for a few months now, and it's actually been sitting in a drawer and I haven't cleaned it, so whoops on that one. But I've used it a decent amount. The retail price on this pen is around $38, so I think of it as kind of a Pilot Metropolitan or Lamy Safari competitor. I like the look of this pen quite a lot. You know, it's a pretty basic looking pen, but I think it looks nice. So it's called the Stola III, which is a weird name. Like, I don't know why they called it that. A stola is like the women's version of a toga. So I'm not sure why they named it that. This doesn't, to me, it doesn't have a particularly feminine appearance. Now, this also is just kind of a strange model. So like it's one that I hadn't seen before. I saw it on Pen Chalet's website and they had it for like 50% off, so I bought it just as a curiosity. But most of like the non-fine writing pens that I've seen from Pelikan are all school or childlike pens where they have like a big ergonomic grip and then really bright colors. But this only comes in this silver finish, and I've only seen the Stola 3 in the United States. Now the Stola 2 is, I think, pretty much the same pen except it has a black body, and the Stola 1 is all black. So I don't know if they released all 1, 2, and 3 at the same time, but anyway, they only come in silver or silver and black or all black, but the Stola 3 only comes in silver. It also only comes in a medium nib, so you don't get a lot of options, unfortunately, which is definitely a big difference between, well, especially the Lamy Safari, which you can get in a ton of nib grades, the Pilot Metropolitan, which you can get in a good number of nibs, including a stub nib. You know, I tried to kind of figure out where this pen falls in their range. I mean, I'm really just going off of price, but when I look at Pelikan's website, their fine writing website, I don't see this pen on here. And then when I look at their fine writing website, I also don't see this pen. So maybe I need to look at the German version of their website, or I'm not sure, or they discontinued it. I don't really know, but I like the looks of this pen. It's very simple. So walking through it, up top on the finial here, we have the classic Pelikan logo with the pelican, feeding the chick here in black. I think it looks pretty nice. I'm not sure what material the finial is. It might be plastic. Yeah, I can see little black marks on the side. Makes me think maybe it's plastic. And then we have a sort of skeletonized version of the Pelikan bill clip in black. So it's all cut out in the middle and here. And it's sort of just a stamped piece of metal. And I don't know if you'll see it. Oh yeah, you can see it. There's just a seam here where it's kind of squeezed onto the cap of the pen. The cap of the pen is a lacquered aluminum, per my understanding, and the body is a lacquered brass. So mostly metal. This end cap here, I believe, is plastic, black plastic. Pelikan in caps here, nothing on the back. I also don't think it says made in Germany anywhere on this pen. However, the box that it came in did say made in Germany. Pretty much straight across. It does kind of get pinched down here where the clip meets, but it's really pretty straight. This does taper a little bit. It's a snap cap. It doesn't post too far down. Oops, and you really do have to push on it, otherwise it will come loose. So it's not the best for posting. It does do it, and I do find it comfortable posted, but it takes a bit of force to seat it on there, otherwise it kind of just wants to fall off because there is I think a spring mechanism in that there's like a plastic lining in there where the nib goes, and that kind of gets in the way a little bit. Now, plastic grip section, I don't feel any seams on here, which is nice. I definitely like to see that, but it's a shiny black section. You have a little ring here which kind of stops your finger from moving down. And then we have a steel nib here. These only come in the medium grade, like I said, or at least that's all I've seen them for sale in. Pelikan logo again with the pelican feeding the chick, and then we kind of have a little bit of very simple scroll work along the shoulders there. This is more decorated than like the Pelikan Twist Shine pen that I reviewed. I'll put a link to that up in the corner. This is, I think, about twice the price of that pen, retail anyway, so it is nice that they are giving us what appears to be a little bit more for our money. It's not a super big nib, but it's not tiny either. Yeah, pretty similar in size to a standard Lamy nib. I think proportionally it looks pretty good on this pen. And it is a cartridge converter pen. It comes with one very long cartridge, not this one. No converter is included, but again, standard international cartridge and converter system. Okay, let's do some measurements. In terms of size, we're looking at about 134 millimeters. Posted about 157 millimeters. And then uncapped 117. So I'll start right at that top part where it should be the skinniest, looking at about 8.1, and then at the widest part about 9.9. So it's a smaller grip section, but I find it to be pretty comfortable. Let me grab a Pilot Metropolitan. So just so you can see it here, this is more of a flat top pen. So the Pilot Metropolitan is a little bit touch longer. See the grip sections here. It looks like the Pilot Metropolitan one is a longer grip section, but I think it tapers quite a bit more. I don't know. I think in terms of comfort, I probably do prefer the Pelikan. Now, in terms of weight, we can compare both. The Pilot Metropolitan is 27.36 grams, and this is 29.8. So this is definitely a little bit heavier. You don't really notice it when you're using the pen. Uncapped, 18.32 grams. So not a plastic, cheap feeling pen. It's got some heft to it, but I find these to be pretty comfortable. So I'm going to be doing this writing sample on a Papermind Mitsubishi bank paper notebook. They're amazing with fountain pens. So for Blake's Broadcast viewers and subscribers, you can get 10% off with code BB10 at checkout. All right, let's do the writing sample here. Okay. And see how that thing falls off? Don't trust this. I don't trust posting this. It does post securely, but after scaring me, it's annoying. Okay. So this is the Pelikan Stola III, and this is, oh, oops, it's a medium, and this is Karen Dash Idyllic Blue. What am I doing? Try fast writing. Yeah, we're definitely getting some skips. In my use in normal writing, I don't really have any issue with it skipping. It's really a very smooth pen. Yeah, I've enjoyed it quite a lot. In terms of flexibility, I mean, you could do a little bit, but seems pretty pointless to me. Reverse writing. Yeah, it seems like it does it. It's actually really smooth. Pretty impressive reverse writing there. You know, I think, do I prefer the Pilot Metropolitan nib? I think in general, I probably do. However, I like the rest of this pen better. Now, there's nothing wrong with this nib. I just tend to prefer Pilot nibs, and I like that, at least with the Pilot, you can have a fine or a medium or a stub nib, whereas this, you're just getting the medium. it is really smooth, but for whatever reason, I do prefer that Pilot nib. Um, but yeah, it is a great writer. And to be fair, I left this in my desk drawer inked, I want to say for over a month, and it started writing right away. So pretty happy with that. Definitely don't do that with your pens. Pros and cons for the Pelikan Stola III fountain pen. Well, I definitely think that the looks of this pen are quite nice. I do prefer the looks of it to, the Pilot Metropolitan, which I would say is its main competitor. It has a good aesthetic to it. It's not too loud or, in your face. It's a very good office pen. And I think despite the name Stola, it kind of has a more masculine look to it. I like that the body is all metal, which gives it a nice quality feel to it. It writes really nicely. So the medium nib on this is really smooth and really nice to write with. I've also found this pen to be relatively reliable because I did leave it in a drawer for about a month with ink, and it still wrote just fine right out of the drawer. um, in terms of cons, let's see. Well, it only comes in a medium nib, so you kind of have to want a medium nib. Now, the Pilot Metropolitan, it comes in a stub, a fine, and a medium. Their medium is definitely finer than this, so if you want something wider than that and you don't want a stub, I think this is a very good option. I personally think that this pen is maybe a little bit more comfortable than the Pilot Metropolitan because it doesn't have as much of a step down to the section. So I definitely do like that, but you only get that medium nib. Also, its other competitor, the Lamy Safari, which has definitely a totally different look than this, that comes in way more nib grades, so you can have pretty much anything you want, close to anything you want, if you chose a Lamy. Other cons, I don't like the way that this thing posts. You really have to get it on there, otherwise there's like a sleeve in there that's like wants to push the cap off. It doesn't post down very far either, although I do find that when it is posted, it is comfortable. But I did think that was kind of annoying. The retail price of this is, I think, $38, which is too much. I got it for 50% off, and at that price, actually, I think maybe less than 50% off. But anyway, in that $20 and under range, I think this is a really nice pen, a good alternative. If you don't like the looks of the Safari or the Metropolitan, or you want a medium nib or are okay with a medium nib, this could be a really nice option. Okay, so that's it. Do you guys have this pen? Do you like this pen? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more fountain pen, paper, and ink videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much, and until next time.